Okay guys, the final is there. We have the complete draft again. XD is going up against the Outlaws. And guys, if you've listened to the last few games, then you know that Murky is Ragnaros. So we actually have a Ragnaros in this game. It's Infernal Shrines, and we have Sylvanas band and Kerrigan band, which means that right now XD is playing that with a Ragnaros, and this is the first time, probably also the last time, like, I don't know, that we're seeing the hero here. We have the Haka taken, so a pretty solid setup for the Outlaws with a double front line, and they are going for Oriel Tacita, so a double tank, double healer combo, double support. We see that a little bit more often these days, especially with a lot of the tanks speccing more into damage, so front lines are oftentimes a bit heavier. And more or less a double mage composition for Team XD. They're currently playing with that Kel'Thas Ragnaros and Thrall plus ETC. So guys, I'm excited for this one. I'm not going to really talk about this too long. Ragnaros is insane. That's also, I'm extremely curious to see how this game is going to go, because let's face it, we all expected him to be banned out again. That's not the case, so let's see how Ragnaros can do in our first game on Infernal Shrines. Alright, boys and girls, the game is on. The Outlaws going up against Team XD, the ZOTAC Cup Monthly Final, Grand Final. Focus on Muradin. To the left, we have Vala, played by Air, Monster Bear on Oriel, Devil on Tacita, and Duck on Dehaka. And to the right side, Team XD currently with Mopsio on ETC, Juf on Malfurion, Podibos on Thrall, and Nika on Kel'Thas with Black Kidney on Ragnaros. Finally a moment for my Ragnaros voice, and the one thing at the trailer I liked the most, Ragnaros when he was just going completely ham at Varia and he's just going full insect. I just want to talk the entire day about that voice when I talk about Ragnaros, but unfortunately my throat would probably kill me after just 2 minutes. Ragnaros so far not really taking a talent, but I mean we all know what's going to happen on level 10. That wave is going to come into play and it is going to be absolutely funny. I mean, for now, let's talk about the rest of the talents for just a moment. Oriel already going into the Swift Sweep. We're having the Primal Aggression for the Haka. That doesn't cost much considering what he's going to do here. We're going to see him on the top lane most likely. And already this game is opening with a bang. Mopsio, woo! Barely getting out of there. Aya currently with the crown of Oriel, so trying to deliver a little bit of hope. And yeah, Black Kidney up at the top lane, now going into Sulfura's Hunger. It's a quest talent, and I mean, most of the plays that we've seen so far with Ragnaros is basically a big spec into Sulfura's. So right now, Black Kidney doing exactly the same thing, just going for the quest. And yeah, with that said, we are still expecting him to have a huge impact on the game. There's a big reason why Ragnaros is more or less banned out in every single game this far. In the middle of the map, the rotation down to the bot lane is still happening here, as both of the teams are trying to get a bit of an advantage going into the early game, especially of course with an attempt to win that first Punisher and then snowball the game a little bit. This is definitely one of the maps that is pretty strong with that. People are of course watching this and are going to wonder, hey Khaldor, is this before the patch, after the patch? Now the thing is, this game was actually paid before that last patch came in. I'm casting this from a replay right now. And it's kind of funny because while I was casting the series, the new patch got applied where Blizzard hotfixed Ragnaros a little bit because that bad boy was just too strong. So this is still the 22.3 patch version, where Ragnaros was even more of a beast. I haven't really read through all of the changes yet, so I can't even tell if he is nerfing to the ground, if he's just a little bit weaker, if we're going to see him more often, or what the current status is. We're going to determine that a little bit later. But for now, this is still the one that got released originally, where everybody was just banning him out in Hero League like crazy because it was just too strong. So let's see how this is going to work out in the game for now, because at this point, I mean, my money would be on Ragnaros. That guy is a monster for a good reason. Level 4 is the Catching Fire, so once again, quest talents all over the place. And already getting the damage in at the front line. That's of course one of the greatest things that Ragnaros has, that you have against so many melees in your opponent's team. Always a ton of damage. Yeah, going for a Meteor there as well. But the position taken by the blue team. We're also seeing for the Haka now the Hero Stalker. Again, interesting talent, but a lot of the fights happening, of course, around those minion stacks. Once again, Ragnaros like poking from a safe distance, going straight in. Sulfuras also activated, but we have Focus jumping out on his Muradin, and the red team is starting to really fight over this. There is so much AoE right now. Mobstio sliding in deep. The double healer trying to somehow keep up with that, but even double support cannot save Vala. She's down, Oriel barely escaping here with a nice detainment strike, getting rid of especially Potipos on his Thrall. Well, it's getting really close, and that is the first Punisher right now. So level 4 on both sides when it comes to the talent, but a slightly experience already. Talent, of course, we're taking a quick look onto the block of Thrall here. So Thrall just simply deciding that with Vala being the main damage dealer and then also having Muradin and Dehaka against you, going for block would be the main reason. I mean, one of the main reasons why you go for the full Chain Lightning build with level 1 as well is that you are trying to have a little bit more lane sustain thanks to the mana. Thrall, because of the Frostwolf resilience, usually doesn't really lack any kind of lane sustain when it comes to his hit point pool, but having just like the ability to spam out your abilities a little bit more often, that's something where the level 1 Chain Lightning really helps a lot. In that case, he doesn't really need that, so he just decides against it, and block is going to be a very effective tool for him. But Thrall himself is finding himself a bit far out there, is able to escape though. But definitely fairly aggressive game already, and Ragnaros is just split pushing top lane. He's just like, okay boys, I'm AFK top. By the way, the Kidney already a couple of minus points here because he doesn't have the little Ragnaros skin. I'm not sure what I should think about that. I don't think I approve, to be honest though. I mean, he's still looking pretty majestic there, but let's be honest, nothing beats little Ragnaros. Just nothing does. So the Kidney, I like you, but I'm a little bit disappointed. I expected more, and I don't know if we can be friends anymore. That's a bit ballsy at the spot to move back. Yeah, they really start to hate good old Rag, but he is going to escape. Oh, that damage! Oh, ins Gesicht. Okay, so both of them really getting a pretty handful of DPS pushed onto them. They're seeing at the bot lane now an attempt to go for Dehaka, and he barely gets out of there. At this point, you have to feel a little bit sorry for Tacita and Oriel, to be honest, because both of them are just basically trying to keep up somehow with damage that gets pushed onto the rest of the team, and it's not really working out as intended. Down goes Dehaka, 2 kills against 0. They're doing whatever they can, but this is not pretty. Still, the late game could prove different, and that could be the first kill. Looks like we are going to see Thrall fall. Yep, Thrall is a goner, and Vala, boom! Spreading the love a little bit, while I said like, I might die, but I have something for you, Monster Bear. It's Christmas, here's a present! And there's the damage, alright. So, up in the bottom of the map, we are currently seeing an Armor Punisher being fought over, and well, let's face it, with 5 seconds on Vala, that should be a pretty massive lead. The Kidney, I mean, the output on damage alone that we're currently seeing from him in AoE is absolutely insane, and yeah, if you ever wondered why exactly Ragnaros is usually banned out if you're playing Hero, this is why. This is exactly why. So, because that guy so far, I mean, just look at the stats. He has done most of the siege damage, and in hero damage he might not be at that much, but the main reason why that is because for quite some time he was trapped up at the top. And it is going to change very soon, because let's face it, we're gonna see level 10s. Talking about talents, by the way, we have on 7 now also the Hand of Ragnaros. So, Sulfuras already skilled on 1, Sulfuras skilled on 7, and we're having the Catching Fire as a level 4 talent. Whereas now, of course, we have the Lava Wave. The probably most hated talent these days, top lane by the way, also hated is ETC. And that's one of the reasons why. Gets ganked by 4 and just walks out of there. That's what sometimes happens. The bot lane, on the other hand, what are they thinking? I mean, seriously, can someone explain to me what this is going to be? I get that you want to have level 10, I understand that. But why do you push the bot top lane with 4 while your fort at the bottom of the map gets eliminated and you are in danger of losing your keep? Wave! Alright, jumping out of there. That didn't do... I'm not really sure if that wave was really well placed though, to be absolutely honest. I mean, what did that wave kill? They get the keep, but not thanks to the wave. So I like that they get the keep, but I think that wave was probably the most wasted ult that I have seen in a long time from Ragnaros. That didn't do anything. Oh, that ETC was though straight on top of the Haka, and the Haka was just like. Okay, so Khaldor's died too though. But yeah, like why would you push the bot wave with that lava wave? I don't get it. I mean, even if you would have just used it up at the top lane when there were 4 heroes, that would have been better. Would have forced them back. It would have eliminated 2 minion waves. I mean, like this, there was literally 0 value. Absolutely none. Okay, I guess if you are a little bit of a nitpicker, you could say, well, Khaldor, you know,
There was actually a little bit of value because the wave forced them back, and so they could attack the keep and take it down.
Alright, so that was my nitpicker impression, by the way. Alright, that being said, we are still 8 minutes 30 in, 1 keep down, and now they are starting to take camps too. But up to the top lane, ETC is getting into position again. He wants to stage dive. He's already pinging. He's like, guys, it's another 10, and I can stage dive again. If you see the Haka, let me know. And I'm gonna jump on him. I'm gonna get him again. I mean, there's not really, there's very, very few things in the game that are as rewarding as just like jumping in with a ETC on the head of some hero and just completely stomping them into the ground. So, yeah. So once again, Sulfuras, it's all about Sulfuras. Cauterized wounds are now being taken. We didn't even talk too much about the rest of the heroes here, but let's face it, we're all just like interested to see how Ragnaros does. The one thing that I want to still point out is that we actually don't have convection taken as the level 1 talent on Khaldor, but a little bit more safety measures going straight into the mana shield here. So yep, him going into the mana addict with that has a bit more survivability that later on doesn't really get damage output, but still. So yeah, up to the top lane, that's where we have the next shrine active, and we still have that level 13. So it's 13 versus level 10 talents right now, and that should be another Punisher. This is starting to get a bit grim, and it looks like again they're just going for a bit of a split push, and in this case it kind of makes a bit more sense. You're not in immediate danger of losing a keep up at the top. You know that you can't really contest the Punisher, so you might as well just go down, try and get a bit of value taking structures down, and at the same time you are able to get the experience to get your level 13, which will help you defend against the Punisher. So that thought process is definitely a little bit more understandable than what drove them earlier. This is, by the way, when you can get a little bit more value out of Ragnaros' Lava Wave now too, so Bleak Kidney, this is your second chance, my friend. You can go for it, but he's probably going to save that again, considering how that went so far. But yeah, Ragnaros, is it time for it again? Yeah, there's the wave. ETC! Stage dive, baby! And oh yeah! Throw! Okay. Dehaka! No, run! Tassada, run! Oh, feels bad, man. Alright, Tassada didn't see that coming, so he's down now. Like, he should have been able to escape there. And once again starts to jump in, and there's just simply going for it. Yep, that's going to be keep number 2, isn't it? This is why you ban Ragnaros, boys. Exactly that. That's why you ban Ragnaros. Right there. Okay, good old Rag is doing his thing here, 16 versus 13. I mean, I would be lying if I would say the game wouldn't go well for them. But yeah, right now, Ragnaros again, boom! Just like slam in the face, Oriel's already dead, and good old Rag in the back is just like doing his thing. But they get Kel'Thas again. Who needs a Fire Mage though if you have Ragnaros? I mean, just seriously, screw Kel'Thas. Get that guy out of here. There's the door. We don't need him. You see that again? Sulfuras to the face, and then you are already a goner. Yeah, 10 kills. There's another meteor right now. I mean, insect. Ragnaros is just like going full man mode on these boys. Yeah, like I mean, 2 Punishers, 2 keeps. It's a pretty good ratio. Actually, I think they got 3. But the first one doesn't count. That's a weakling. That's a baby Punisher. That's not a real John Cena. So, I don't know. How do you come back from this? And by the way, I want to highlight really quickly that they have 2 support heroes, right? So they have 2 heroes that are designed to keep people alive. And you can't tell how that's going. You know what would be awesome? If you could put a force wall into the path of the lava wave and it would redirect the wave to a different direction. That would be cool. I have so many good ideas today. First, I came up with the golden banana for the biggest monkey in the game. And now we're coming up with this. This isn't genius. I should get paid for this. This is pure gold. Blizzard, if you're watching right now, 10%. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. You have to agree on that. I mean, like, that's... you won't get a better deal than that. So yeah, it's a one-time offer. Nika and his boys are moving through the mid lane right now. And I mean, at this point, if you're Outlaws, you want your 16, right? But there's another shrine active, so maybe they can fight on even talents right now for this shrine, while Bleak Kidney is already like going for Ragnaros. So there's like the 16. Okay, this is the moment where the Outlaws, they man up. They're like, boys, we're men, we're Outlaws, and we're gonna take back our birthright. Oh, wrong movie. Okay, so they're gonna go in right now and trying to turn this game around. Take that fire demon down. The Haka already in position. Yeah, alright, like Moonfire, but again, he sees where he's supposed to be. There's already, look at that, Molten Core. I was a bit of a wrong voice for that, but still, idea is there. So yeah, Ragnaros in the back, going for the damage, and they're on the spot where they want to be. Fire, fight fire with fire. There comes the Haka Shakalaka. Gets shielded. There's the Earthquake, baby, and ETC. Yeah, this is going well. The wave is in, and that's the end of Vala 2. Oh boy. And the Punisher's there too. Yeah, the Haka is dragging, he's actually dragging Thrall along. I think he likes that. He's just like, I got them! Save one for me! The Haka is down. There's already like catapults and minions on the core. They don't even care. They're just saying like, ah, one more! Oh, for honor! Alright, so lesson learned. Ban Ragnaros. Well, maybe in the new patch not anymore, we don't know, but yeah, we'll find out then. So yeah, game number 1 ends in favor of Team XD taking the lead at the ZOTAC Cup Monthly Final. But yeah, so far so good for them. Fun game, fun game. Alright guys, and girls, right now we have Tomb of the Spider Queen, and guess who's banned? It's Ragnaros. So that little Murky that you see over there, banned by the Outlaws, that's actually good old Rag. In this case, they did not let him through for very good reason. But the draft already completed again, and I want to highlight this once more. This is actually 22.3 as the patch, not 22.4, where a couple of heroes got minor adjustments then again. Tomb of the Spider Queen, and once again, Team XD has ETC. So ETC Thrall sounds so far like a pretty solid comp for them, and they're also relying again on the Kelthas that they already used in the last game. Outlaws, on the other hand, they really like that Haka, and they play him again. The Haka Johanna, of course, for the wave clip, pretty good. Cooldown for this map is also excellent. The Reyna is also usually like a pretty solid hero. One of the main reasons for that is that with Seasoned Marksman stacks on this map, he can be absolutely fantastic. Hyperion can be strong. The problem that you have with Reyna, there's two problems with Reyna. First of all, he usually gets traction a little bit later in the game, meaning during the mid game, especially after level 13 kicks in. If he goes for a Giant Killer build, that's where you get a lot of your power. And another thing is that he doesn't really have an escape, so you have to stay very far back. This is like with Reyna, you want to attack the closest target. You never want to really go and attack backline hero because it exposes yourself too much and the opponent can jump you. So normally as Reyna, especially the early game, it's always the same for you. Stay as far away from the opponent as you can. The first one, the closest to you or close to your team, that's the one that you attack, and as soon as they move, you run away a little bit and you go in again a little bit. So early game, he's definitely, his weaknesses can be a bit exploited, but once that he really starts stacking the damage with Seasoned Marksman, the guy turns into a freaking monster, especially against tanks of all kinds. If you have a Muradin, if you ever want to see a Muradin meld, wait until you have a Reyna in a late game Tomb of the Spider Queen match, if that happens. I mean, we know that Tomb of the Spider Queen can sometimes last very, very long, and I have watched and played a couple of Tomb of the Spider Queen matches with a Reyna that lasted for like, I don't know, 25 to 30 minutes. Reina had about 80 extra damage on his auto attacks. And I can just tell you one thing, tanks don't exist anymore. It's just like dead. That's kind of what happens. The problem is getting there. So, yeah, the Outlaws relying on the auto attack damage here. I mean, Vala was banned out. They apparently said, okay, Reyna is going to be it. A lot of teams are trying a little bit more with Reyna. But then again, if you have on the other hand a Tychus is a bit of a beast, let's face it. And you have a Tychus plus a Kalithas and a Thrall. XD has a pretty dirty lineup. Outlaws will have to hope that Gul'dan is completing his stacking process really fast. And yeah, let's see how that's going to go. 2 more Spider Queen, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2, Team XD versus the Outlaws. Alright, boys. Game number 2, and to the left side, once again, it is Team XD. This time they are in the lead. Mopsy on ETC, Blake Kidney on Kalthas, Nika on Tychus, Juf on Malfurion, and Portibos on Thrall. And to the right side of the map, Monster Bear on Rhaegar for the Outlaws. We have Devil HS on Reyna, Air on Gul'dan, Focus on Johanna, and Duck on Dehaka. I was wondering what Duck actually means. I know Tuck, but like Duck, I don't know. So, at this point, let's find out. We have already 2-minute Spider Queen onto the left side. There are the boys that won the last one. And let's see how this is actually going to work, out right now. So, first of all, they're actually just like starting to block the minions. So they're going to go a little bit old school with this. And let's see how actually minion block so far is pretty sweet. Gul'dan is already getting a little bit impatient, just throwing out the corruption. It's like, let the minions go through. And we also have at the same time, by the way, good old Jimmy with a seasoned marksman as expected. Now, one of the things that's a little bit unfortunate is that the new patch just kicked in, and this is why we are kind of stuck with the official overlay. And the problem with the user interface is that one of the downsides that we have is that we can't check stacks. That means I cannot tell you how many stacks either of these heroes has. So that's a bit of a downside, but let's put it like this. If Reyna at some point gets enough stacks together, we're going to see like all of the tanks at the front line of the blue team just like disappear. So that's basically how we will see how many he has. If it's just like pew, pew, and nothing dies, then he doesn't have a lot. If it's then he has a ton of them. So far it hasn't gone well though. They lost Johanna very, very early, and that makes them... What is Duck doing? Is he baiting? That was the shittiest bait ever in the history of baits. What was that? Can somebody explain to me what just happened? Did I miss something because I was busy with my Reyna impression? He actually showed on purpose with little health, right? And he just wanted to get the drag in, and then they wanted to just like try to disable with the drag and then kill him. That's what they tried to do, right? Jeez, that backfired so hard. I mean, come on! Did you guys see that? He's just like, yoo-hoo! I'm here! Kill me! I was trying to bait him, and Thrall's just like, alright, dude, then I'll kill you! Boom! And he's down. Alright. Okay, so, serious mode. Game number 2 in the Grand Final. And yeah, so we have at this point pretty normal start, Kappa. Level 4 versus level 4, so nothing's lost just yet. 3 kills against 1, but still, like, that was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Season Marksman is by now, of course, like, taken. He's rotating with the rest of the team, so he's getting a couple of stacks together. That is definitely going to hurt a bit, and Devil is already going at it. Come on, there we go. Mopsio is down. Yeah, Devil, you little devil. That's exactly what we want to see from Arena. So the Sheriff is in the house, and Mopsio is down. 4 kills against 2 though, because we also had a kill against the Haka. Apparently he was baiting at the bot lane again, like no clue. Monster Bear should be a little bit careful. That cooldown should be ready soon, so that he can at least get the heal in. But at this point he just decided it's a pretty stupid idea to stand in front of the wall in the case that Portibos gets another chain lightning in. Reyna still rotating like a boss here, so Devil is on the move and is just seeing if he can get a few more stacks in. I love getting stacks on any kind of talent. It doesn't matter if it's Seasoned Marksman, if it's actually just Echoed Corruption, or if you're talking about Stitches, when he is E and his Devour, but overall, like, it feels like a mini-game. Now with Gul'dan dying though, they are really wrecking. The coordination is just much better what we're seeing for Team XD. That's definitely one of the things where they have a lead at this point. Now, Devil of course picked up the focus attack on level 4 now too. There's a couple of reasons why sometimes you want to not go for the talent, but usually it is your go-to because it's just such a huge damage output. You dying doesn't really help your cause though, because in the early game falling might not be that much of a deal or that big of a deal because the death timers are fairly low, but you're still missing out on stacks, and yeah, survivability or survival on Reyna in the early game I think is pretty key. So, Dark at the bot, nice dodge dude, really nice, I like it, but he might, I think he's awesome. He's gonna die. Where's Reyna when you need him? Where's, that is, yeah, I think he could have maybe dragged him. He got stuck or something, like, I don't know. It seemed for a moment like he could drag him into the keep, but that didn't really work. So right now, in the mid lane, there's Reyna. Pew! Pew! And there he goes. Trying to get them away again. Yeah, spreading the love. It's Christmas. Walk into Rega. He wants to have a living bomb as well. You get a living bomb. You get a living bomb. Everybody gets a living bomb. It's going full Oprah here. So, up to the top, level 8 versus level 7 by the way, so with level 7 we now also have the Revolution Overdrive, a little bit of a speed bonus for Jimmy, and the Blue Web Weavers are descending first. Now I mean, we already saw that coming with how many kills have been picked up by them. Yep, there we go again, Reyna, it's your time to shine. Okay, maybe not this time. Moving out of that immediately, so yeah. The problem still is that it could snowball against them again, and they already experienced that in the last game. They kind of need to take those Web Weavers down fast. Mopsio is going in again. Yep, this is one of the problems. The combo between Kel'Thas and ETC was popular for so long, and this is one of the reasons why. You just get an interrupt into an interrupt. You just slide over them, and then you just simply go straight for grabbing laps, boom to the face. And Mopsio, I mean, look at that guy. He's just sliding in whenever he sees a hero. It's like an auto trigger. Oh! No, Jimmy! No, Jimmy! No! Alright, Reyna is dead again. That's 10 kills against 2. And like, that... Mopsio has mad cow disease. I mean, seriously. Like, look at this guy. Every single time he sees a hero, he's like, yo! And slides in and tries to take him down. It's absolutely crazy. Like, that guy, he knows one direction. It's like, go in, bam! Wait, he's getting triggered by Rega. You wait a second. He's looking for that slide. You know he is. Devil gave it away. But he's still thinking about it. He might be moving backwards, granted, but he's still thinking about it. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, maybe I can get both of them. There comes Aeon just trying to flank him. They could have taken that easy, I think. Mopsio, this guy, he is going full aggression here. So, Khaldor, there's another drag. Dark, come on, dude, you can do better than that. Just don't bait him. We all saw that well. Monster has 55 gems, by the way. Like, I don't know, if he has a fiance or something, that's a lot of bling bling. I mean, right now, that's definitely, you get a pretty good engagement ring with that. Dehaka, what are you doing to me today, dude? Can't do that. You're supposed to be like the stalker hero. You're supposed to be the guy that comes from the bushes and takes them down, not the one who dies all the time. 11 versus 2. We have Hyperion now as well. And yeah, so maybe for Reyna a moment to shine. Talking about moments to shine. Jimmy on 12,000 damage. You can do better than that, my friend. No! Jimmy! Jimmy! Alright, he gets away. But just barely. He wants to go in again, but that Phoenix is in the way. They're still going for the condemn here. Jimmy, do we see Hyperion? Earthquake, Hyperion, Johanna, no! Rega! Oh my god! Bam! Get wrecked! Did you see that coming? Mopsio, I told you. This guy knows only one move, and that's forward! Boom! Jumps right on top of him. Absolutely no chance. Ragnaros is just like, don't worry guys, I got this. I'm gonna defend. I'm still alive. Oh my god, there's a cow flying towards me. No! Okay, so. In the mid lane. Level 13 versus level 10 right now. 16 kills against 2. Like, this is a slaughter. This is really brutal. I mean, we have life seed taken from Malfurion. I mean, why would you need an ice block in this game? And... I mean, guys, we have nearly a 3-level lead right now. We have 16 kills against 2. The top 4, the mid 4 are both eliminated. At the bot lane, they defend this one quite easily, but now they have to deal with the weapon wave going straight through the middle. This is just not looking good at all. So, yeah, right now we're having the first key potentially falling 9 minutes into the game. The Haka is doing something at the bot lane. I'm not quite sure what. I mean, he's pushing a little bit, but they don't actually need experience. Here comes ETC! And ETC! Mopsio is still... I don't even know why he jumped in there, but still, didn't get too much, but the keep's down. That was already something we knew. There's the Hyperion once again. Come on! What is he doing? Yeah. And there we go. That's my boy. Jimmy is getting some solid value right now. Johanna, on the other hand, I'm a little bit disappointed with her. I mean, girl, come on. You can do better. You know you can. I mean, you're awesome. Be a bit more awesome. So, but I really, like, right now there was a decent fight. So they're actually starting to get a couple of kills here. And that's, of course, solid experience that they also have as well. We're currently looking at Air and the boys defending the bot top lane. The thing is, like, they lost everything. They lost the keep in the middle, they lost the keep at the top, at the bot lane. We're nearly seeing level 16 dropped. Well, actually, at this point, we got it. So that is not only a 3 and a little bit level lead, but that's also at the same time them getting the extra talent. They have the level 16 talent before the opponent has the level 13 talent. 13, on the other hand, is where Reina is getting a lot of ratata for his shots. That's where we have Giant Killer. So, with good old Giant Killer, Reina is going to become a little bit more of a machine. The Sheriff is in the house right now. That's when they maybe can make a play, but only if they keep AR alive. Throw your hands in the AR. A Monster Bear, come on, dude. Like, come on. Hopes and... Oh, Mopsio. The flying cow. There he is again. Yeah. Jimmy. Not today, Jimmy. Not today. Alright, so, with Jimmy already down, we're having the Haka at the bot lane. He plays PvE. The Haka was just at some point, guys, alright, this game's over, boys. I'm gonna be bot lane AFK so I don't get lever status. That's basically what he's doing. 16 versus 14 and boss taken. They haven't taken... Hola die Waldfee. They haven't taken a single fort. They actually at least took down the wall down here, but this could very well end the game. So this is another moment where Jimmy could shine. This is another chance for him. And yeah, there we go. He's getting a little bit of damage in. You are in a you're in a bad spot, Jimmy. I'm just like telling you. There comes the Odin. This is one of the reasons why Tiger's often is better. Yeah, Hyperion! Come on! Jimmy, we need to talk. Like, this is not going well for you. But they got one kill, and the second, no! It's a quad kill. Alright, boys. Looks like we have a 2-0. That is Team XD taking the victory. The Flying Cow leading the charge and jumping in again. I like it. Finishing the game in style. Good on you, Mopsio. A 2-0 victory. Congratulations to Team XD.